Alright guys, let's get started. Flipper friends for, what is it, the last week? Today is March 30th. It's the last day of the month here. Should have done this yesterday, but we were too busy, so here we are. We're going to play some games today. We got some good topics to talk about. We'll get into those a little bit. We get some more people in here. We'll see how this goes. I don't think I've ever done this on a Sunday, at least not this early. Typically, I like to do on a Saturday afternoon or morning, and we'll see. We're going to start out with Fox and Socks. Fox and Socks, I know we played fairly recently and during the Dr. Seuss stream that we did probably, 3 weeks ago, I think it's been now. So we'll get started on that. I'm going to turn off my topper, make sure that the screen is as dark as possible so you guys can see everything really well. And we'll start with Fox and Socks. Turn this up a little bit. Make sure my water's mixed up. So happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome in. I think this is finally getting mixed up good here. Alright. Table's pretty quiet, but good morning, Shalada Love. What's going on, man? Look at you, man, a 2 seed in the Battle of the Streamers Season 2, man. That's pretty awesome. I'm looking forward to it. I didn't think I'd get into the playoffs, but here we are. So we'll talk about that in a little bit, too, but I'm excited. So, Party Zone is one of those games where it can kind of beat you up, so I'm looking forward to that. I like the game, actually. I actually come to really fall in love with Party Zone, so it's a great game. So I'm really looking forward to that, but Fox and Socks, let's focus. So Fox and Socks, holy crap, this is loud. All right, let's turn this back down. All right, put this on a 20. I don't know where everything got so loud on my system lately, but I made some changes to the volume for the Gottlieb tables as a global parameter, and like everything got louder. And I don't know why, but it just is what it is. So. Points on this one. You know what? A lot of the points are right up here on the upper playfield. Get your blocks, get your blocks, get your blocks. Anytime you get to the chance to get to the upper playfield, that's where the points are. That's how you start a mode, is by hitting that drop target at the very top of that, or that spot target at the very top of that. And then these spot targets right in the front. Absolutely brutal, but they put them right smack dab in the front. They're trying to kill you early. And there we go. So really make sure you concentrate on your ball saves initially and try to keep it going. Oof, that was very, 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 very close.
Knobs in box. Fox in Socks.
Okay, so now we're going to start the second mode.
Blocks and blocks. Hit the right spinner.
So right spinner, so the right spinner's over here. We talked about that, I know, 3 weeks ago I think it's been. I'm excited too, dude. Congrats getting into the playoffs. Yeah, me too, man. Like I said, I'm super excited for it. I didn't expect to make it. I was 0-2 going into that final week, and so I didn't think there was much of an opportunity there, to be honest. But come to find out, the top 6 got in, and so with my score differential on Battlestar Galactica, I was actually able to get in, and I only played the one game. But it worked out because even if I had destroyed it by even more, the score differential wouldn't have mattered. So everybody above me had 2 wins, so it was going to be what it was going to be. So it worked out really, really well. So I'm going to go into the third mission, Sue and Slow Joe. This is capture holes, so I gotta collect blocks or collect blocks. So either this capture hole here, or this capture hole, which is actually underneath, and it's actually right here. You can just barely see the tip of the hole there. So anyway, that's what we're going for this mission. Let's see if I can stop this ball. There we go. Right at the tip of the flipper. That's 1, so now we're down. We got 3 more to go. Oh, and no ball save. That'll kill you on this table. any of the Dr. Seuss tables, if you don't have your ball save, it will kill you. Utilize the ramps. This ramp in particular, this little backwards question mark, utilize that as much as you can to try to get your ball saves going. It'll save your life. Whoa, that was close. So we're going to have to reactivate that mode. Oops, not doing that. That'll get us blocks though. So up here is where I said a lot of the points are. So if you can stay up there, all the better. And you can collect a couple blocks up at the top there too. So. Not what I want to do, but hey, like I said, there's points to be had up here. So.
Block reward.
You get that 2 million spot every time you go around that ramp if you make sure to hit that spot every time. I'm gonna try to get this to the right flipper. There we go. That's not a conventional way to do it. I should have done a post pass. I'm trying to hit the spot target up here to start the mode, but I failed miserably. Now that we've hit some blocks, we want to hit that spinner up at the top. That's where the big points are if you can get the spinner going.
TikTok reward.
Sound effects kit on these are all really, really good for the Dr. Seuss tables. They did a nice job on these, quite frankly. There we go. There's the drop target. So now we want to hit those same spot target, or those same capture holes. But now we're going to get mode credit for them. So get this thing to drop out. And right flipper tip. Nope. That works. Get it to come around again. We got three more to go. So again, right tip of right flipper. Let this settle down just a little bit. There we go. It's not quite the tip of the flipper. It's almost. So 2 more to go. Oh, come on. There's some really great games to play this week. Obviously, Getaway is the one that I like the most. Battlestar Galactica, when we played yesterday, had a really good score on that. 92 million was probably was my third best all-time score on that. It's a great table. It's very fun. Sound effects kit is absolutely awesome on that table. And, so I don't think there's a whole lot of people who do not like Battlestar Galactica as a table. I don't know if everybody likes the show necessarily, but I never really watched much of the show back in the day. But I tell you what, I love sci-fi, and the table is fantastic. So regardless of what you feel about the movie or the show, the table is very, very good. There we go. That's what I want to do. Hit that spinner as much as I can. Nope. So 23 blocks basically equated to 23 million points. So that's a lot of points up there, folks. So just, if you're playing this table, get your blocks, utilize them wherever you get your chance. Will that complete the mode, or do I need another one? I need one more, looks like. Am I not in the mode now? I don't think I am. Alright, so. Oh, and look at it. That little sneak. He took the ball and just threw it out of there. So now I have to restart the mode. It's because I lost the ball, I guess. For some reason I thought I was still in the mode. I don't think they're timed on this one. Let me double check. 4 holes to complete the mode, so that's 2. I got 3 more to do. This one I've been having trouble getting, apparently, so. It's actually safer to come out the left side there than to try to force it around the right. Because I know this shot's pretty repeatable. I can hit this shot quite a bit. Oh dear. As I say that, I lose the ball. Golly. That's Fox and Sox for you. It's a good game. We'll play another one. That's not even a bad score. 143 million is pretty darn good on that. And that's mostly fueled by blocks on the upper playfield. So lots of points to be had up there, for sure. So, and so as far as the stream notes, if you hadn't noticed, I was a guest on Retro Legends this last Friday. So that was a fun event. Papa Brad actually started a new show called Retro Legends, which talks a little bit about pinball, talks quite a bit about our arcade, and it was just a good experience to get on there. I know Chalada Love's been on there as well. We had Tomato Grass on there last week. This week I was able to get an invite and go on the show and just check it out. It was a lot of fun. So if you have not seen that, check it out. We talked about some of the games that they'll be playing this week for their tournament. It's going to be the Getaway, so you can double dip with the Flipper Friends and that for ice score for gift cards. So if you like money, definitely drop a score in the ice score for Papa Brad's Gaming. And then we also did Space Shuttle. So if you have an HD system only, Space Shuttle is an option. This is the 1980s solid state table. One of my favorites. I got to choose this week since I was the guest, and that's one of my best, one of my favorite solid states on the system. So it had to be the one. It just had to be. It certainly wasn't going to be Primal Carnage. So not my favorite solid state. So I had to choose one, and solid state Space Shuttle was the way to go. That is a fantastic game. I covered Shooting the Rapids and Space Shuttle in my Primal Carnage solid state review, which is also available on my channel if you haven't seen it. But at any rate, that is there. So yeah, that show was actually really fun. Lots of good people on there. Nick's Reviews was on there along with the Game Freak, who is very much arcade guys, and then myself as Pinball, and of course Papa Brad, who plays pinball and Battle of the Streamers along with me. Also really good guy. He was a huge supporter of mine early on, and continues to be so. So it was really great having him have me on. Oh man, this game is not going near as well as the first one. So if you're on the chat, put your name in the chat. Let me shout you out. It's good having you guys all here. I want to lift this community up the best we can. I've been supported so much. So if you're just enjoying the games, I'd love to hear from you, man. Oh, right spinner. Okay, so tick tock. That's the spinner over here. You can see it highlighted and linking. We just got to get this ball over to our left flipper. We'll let that dead flip and then capture and miss the shot. That's what we'll do. I should be more careful because this ball is going to tend to want to go to that. We're going to dead flip this over here again, and with a little momentum, hopefully we can get it to go over there. Come on now. Because I'm in the mode, it doesn't go to the upper playfield. Just so you guys know, that's why that's the case. It is trying to get me to do what I'm supposed to do. Ah, come on. That's a capture hole again, so it's just going to kick out. That's that capture hole I was telling you about up top. So, I'll try to get this over to my left flipper, even if I have to dead flip it. There we go. Come on, dead flip. There we go. Nope. We can use that to get a ball save, which is very important. Oh, come on. It's the very tip of the left flipper on that one, so it's a little tough to get, but... Alright. So that is Fox and Sox. I know we've played this one. It's very linear. So we won't spend a lot of time on this one. Next one, let's go to Rastan Saga. And these streams generally last 2 hours, but we'll see how it goes. Being a Sunday and with everything I got to go, we'll just see how it goes, but we'll play it by ear. So Rastan Saga. As I recall, I think this one is actually... Oh, it is under Rastan Saga. For some reason, I thought it was under the Rastan Saga, which is kind of a thing sometimes with these, the way these sort out. So, at any rate. Alright, so Rastan Saga, this is part of the Taito packs. I think this was Taito Pack 2, if I recall. Not entirely sure on that. But this one's actually really fun. Can be a little tough. Most of the points are scored right up here. In this high score, you want to hit the drop targets to light the specials and then go for the whole scores. So, Really fun table. This is one of the tables that I really enjoyed on my micro. I still have my micro. It's actually at work right now. I did a office tournament a couple weeks ago, and I offered up $20 to anyone who could, for the best score on Black Belt 2018. And I tell you what, it has taken on a life of its own. If you look at the leaderboards, RetroTech X and a whole bunch of initials are on there, and it is completely my fault. All my coworkers are just loving that table. There's been a very heated competition when it comes to that, so it's just been a lot of fun. So, to any of my coworkers who are watching, I am so proud of you guys. It's so awesome. So, for the bargain basement price of $20, I'm inspiring a whole new generation of pinball players, and that's what I want. So. It was initially did the presentation at work as like a Skillshare for mental health because I gained so much from this community when I started this channel, and so it was just an awesome thing that I felt like I had to do, and people really loved it. And of course, having the pinball machine at work, people just love playing the darn thing. So it's been a lot of fun. Now that I've got that, you see how I got this special score up here now? That's what I'm trying to go for. So I want to try to get this to my left flipper and then take a shot. That is not the shot you want. So that's a special. Always try to get specials wherever we can. Just got to get the proper angle on this thing. Oh no, not what I wanted. So now I lost that opportunity to get that. That's gonna wash away. It's per ball, so you have to get it when you can. And hopefully my scores will register this week. There are times when I do these Flipper Friends streams, and for whatever reason, my scores do not register. So I gotta be really good about getting out of the tables properly to make sure that those register, and hopefully there's no issues this week. That would be good. So, I've had some really good scores on the getaway. My most recent is 240 million, I think. I'm currently 28th on that table. So, as of last night. So, it's probably changed by now. Everybody plays these things. So, well, getaway is one we'll definitely be playing here in a little bit. Really looking forward to it. Finally figured out how to play it. So, that's exciting. And as I said, I'm in the Battle of the Streamers Season 2 playoffs, so now I have to go back and relearn and refigure out how to play Party Zone. My competition, Skolojo, has a score of 190 million. My best score is 133 million. So I got to come up with another 60 million to be competitive with him on that. So I know how to do it. I just got to execute. So we shall see. The Big Bang multi-ball on there is one way to do it, but the way I have actually, I think works better. So at some point, I'm going to do some practice on that, and we'll show how that goes too. So now I got that special light clicked back on again. Now I just need to get up to my left flipper and take another shot. This table is a lot of fun, as you can see. It's super clean. There's a lot going on. Come on. Get up there. Music is so good. I know that I always thought the speech was screwed up on this, but that's just the way it is. If you go back to the Rosstown Saga game, it has the same garbled speech, so it's not the game. That's just how it is. Oh, come on. Oh, if that flipper had been down, that would have worked. So it appears you can backhand it, but you have to have that flipper out of the way. Come on, don't you go out. So we're picking up some pretty good points. I mean, we got 1 million so far, which is not terrible. Oh, every time. I know we've done this one before too on either, I think it was Flipper Friends before too, right? Probably in the fall. Doesn't feel like that long ago. And I feel like in general, a lot of these titles have been repeating themselves. So I know Victory we just did. That one's coming up, I think, next week again on Flipper Friends. So we'll see. Although I think, if I recall, they actually flipped it. So you had it on the 4K version before as part of the tournament, and now it's part of the HD tournament, I think, I recall. So I have to go back and double check that, but that might be a thing. So they're trying to spread them out a little bit. Obviously, Flipper Friends is, in my opinion, kind of a marketing thing. They want you to play the games, and so by spreading them out and giving some love to their older titles, they, you know, if you don't have them, they want you to buy them. So, and if you don't have them all, you can play the ones you do have and win a gift card from Atgames to possibly buy the tables that you don't have. So, but with that, I always recommend when you first get your table, you're going to get an option to do the Pinbal Net for 3 months. Definitely utilize it. Download every table you can possibly think of, anything that looks good. Play them, see what you like. You might find that some tables you like are not something you'd expect. And yeah, wait for sales, especially for the Zachariah tables. There will be sales on them, and you can pick them up later on. But lots of good tables. We're up to what, 220-ish, I think it is now, number of tables on the system. So really crazy. The only table I don't have is Primal Carnage Retro, which is in our list today. So sadly, I will not be playing that. I purchased all of my tables, so that is one table that I have chosen not to buy. I just don't think I'll play it very much. And I was not a big fan of the Solid State Primal Carnage Solid State, so I very much will be buying the remake and the deluxe version, however. So, unless they're absolutely abysmal, which I don't think they will be, so. But I'll be looking forward to that. But retro tables, I bought, come on now. I bought the heck out of I bought retro tables on Steam and on Switch for like $3, and I still don't play them. So, it goes against, reasonable thought process to continue to buy the retro tables and not play them. So even on this system, which is so good at you know, it's a wonderful way to play. There's tables on here that I've played so many times on Zen that I've never really cared for. For example, Party Zone. It's one we talked about. I was never a big fan of that table, but when you get it on this format and you have it with nudge and things like that, it just opens up the table, and it feels so good to play those on a full-size cabinet, or three-quarter size cabinet, but really good stuff. So this one, we're still trying to get that darn special. It has not happened for us. Yeah, I double nudged on that one, that's why it tilted. So I hit it from both sides. You can't do that. That's going to get you a tilt almost every time. So, not a good score. That first game was my best, so. But yeah, this is a great table, and this being an HD title right now, for the HD tournaments, I think this is going to get a lot of play. This is a fun table, and you guys on the HD don't always get the best tables, to be honest, to work with. So. We've had a lot of the Space Invaders, Operation Wolf, Bubble Bobble stuff lately, so you guys are probably sick of that. I am. Not a big fan of those tables. They're fun for kids, I will say that, getting into pinball, but for us who have been playing pinball and like more complex rule sets and things like that, they can be pretty dull. So, get that drop target. Now I'm going to throw this up the left side, see if I can't get that whole score to advance. There we go. Now, if I can get this ball down, get up there, that would have been great. Again, 400,000 on this table is a lot. So, thought I could dead flip, not at all. This'll dead flip. There we go. Oh, come on now. Nope, too late. Get up there. Oh, thought it was just gonna be a sneaky lock there for a second. I was gonna try to backhand it by getting the right flipper out of the way quick. Almost worked. So, almost worked. Oh, jeez. That didn't work at all. So, and then stream notes again. If you're a fan of vertical shooters like I am, I'm going to be doing some content on that. So, one of my favorites is Zero Ranger. It's kind of like a two-colored game. It's green and orange, and it has like a super simplified pixel-based palette with just variations of green and orange. And it's an incredible bullet hell game, kind of along the lines of a Batsugan or a Grindstormer or something like that. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to be doing a video on that, and I'll be doing some more stuff with shmups, particularly vertical ones. I might do them on. I thought about maybe doing them on the pinball table in 4K, but I might not. I don't know if it's easier to just do them in a vertical format on the 1080p monitor or to use my pinball machine. So I'm debating on that. We'll see how it goes. I played around with the idea a little bit and done some pre-recordings and such. Boy, that game went quick too. Not my best, so we'll do one more of these and we'll jump to the next one. Lights, camera, action will be the next one. I actually like lights, camera, action quite a bit. It can be a tough game, but it's getting hot in here, so we'll turn this fan on. Actually, it's pretty nice outside, so I might even open this window. Hopefully we don't get too much light bleed from that. Table's a little bright. Let me see if I can take this down just a touch here. Alright, let's start this up just a touch. There we go. See how that looks. I think it looks a little better that way. There we go. Rastan Saga. The point is, you really want to try to capture some of the dynamic lighting on some of these older titles. Not even older titles. These Sakurai tables in general are very, very good. Very colorful. I actually like the physics on these quite a bit. I know a lot of people give them crap for it, and they like the Zen physics, but in a lot of ways, I actually prefer the Magic Pixel physics just because they're more realistic. If that makes sense. They're a little more chaotic. But the one thing about the Zen titles is that they're very playable. They're very playable. They're very consistent, and that makes it for a really good experience for pinball in a digital format. So I know if you go to real world pinball, you play a table that has any flaw whatsoever, whether it be how level it is, whether it's got a bad rail or a bad flipper, maybe the table's just slightly off kilter. Those are all factors that make the table less fun. And so keeping these tables digitally as consistent, as clean as possible really makes it nice. So Rastan Saga, again, we have been trying tooth and nail to up the target scores. The whole advanced scores is, I've been hitting a lot of these drop targets, trying to get this score up to 400,000. I have not been able to secure it yet, but that's what we're gunning for. That's where all the points are on this table. So, man, oh man, not having a lot of luck, I'll tell you that. And luckily now, the fact that Atgames does HD tournaments has been awesome. When I originally started, and I mentioned this on the Retro Show, Retro Legends, that when I had my HD, they didn't have HD tournaments. They only had the 4K tournaments. So, my goodness, that ball just flying out. I resorted to Facebook, because I'm old, to find a group of people who played pinball, and that's where I found Gregory's group, Calling All Ballers. So that community basically bridged the gap between my HD career and my 4K career. So, yeah. But now you have HD tournaments. It's been great. So now my daughter actually owns my HD system. And she plays it on there, and she wants a 4K, but has not been able to afford one just yet. And mind you, my daughter is 26. It's not like she's 15, so like she can't use my pinball machine. No, that's not it. So she's on the other side of the state. So get there. Trying to get that whole score up. We're almost there. It's at 50,000 right now. I've not had a lot of luck, I tell you. I've only been over the million. What, the one time? There, I got 50,000 out of that, so that was good. There we go. Now we can take the shot. Oh, come on. Ah. Hey man, congrats on the playoffs. Thanks, House of Hounds. Dude, you're not kidding, man. I thought I'd have to face you, to be honest. I don't know how I've stayed out of your way, which has been a good thing for me. But Skolajo is not going to take it easy on me, I tell you what. So, alright. We played lots of Rostan Saga. Let's jump over to Lights, Camera, Action. So now we can go back into favorites, I think. No, I don't. Let's do Hot Wheels. I haven't done Hot Wheels in a hot minute. So, let's go Hot Wheels. Where is that table at? Here we go. So I believe they're talking about the original Hot Wheels, they're not talking about the retro version. They're not talking about the 2017 version, which I actually really, really like. It's not a favorite, but it's a good table. So, jump into Hot Wheels. Now, I will say, there's lots of race car games on this table, or on this system. My favorite is actually Speed Kings. Speed Kings is one of the best ones on here. Okay, technically it's Victory. I like Victory the best. But Speed Kings is a super simple game. Really, really like it. This particular Hot Wheels is not my favorite, but okay. Looks cool. It has a really strange format, and some of these, the upper orbit shots are really tough because they've got these kind of like stuff in the way. Like, you have to kind of go right to left to do this type of track, or you have to plunge the ball. So, kind of a weird table. But you hear the ball rolling around really well on this. But otherwise, it's pretty darn quiet. I mean, this is I guess this would be considered a solid state game, right? So, it's no space shuttle, let's put it that way. But, it's still better than Primal Carnage. Oh, what'd you say there? If you could beat I could beat Papa Brad, I'm afraid of Chelada Love. You should be. Chelada Love and yourself, House of Hounds, is pretty damn good, let me tell you. So, you guys have both been tearing it up. It's been a great addition, Chelada Love, having you in this tournament, I gotta say. As to quote Shaquille O'Neal, I was unfamiliar with your game, so to get to see you in action has been pretty awesome. So, yeah, playoffs is going to be interesting, man. I tell you what. And Party Zone is one of those games that you could just have a game where it just says, screw you. You're done. You're out. And so, I feel like I actually have a chance against Skolajo, even though he has a much better overall score. Like, you could put together a good game on that and just be okay. So, I'm hoping for the best on that one. If you guys can't hear this table at all, let me know, and I'll boost it up a little bit. I know you're probably hearing the drop targets, but probably not much else. If I shut up long enough, you can probably hear it. Party Zone sucks. Come on, dude. You do not appreciate Party Zone. I actually have come to love Party Zone. I think it's a fun game. I hate that stupid, the capture hole right in the center for request time, when it kicks out to the left slingshot and then kills the ball. That's bogus. But Otherwise, I love that table. I think there's a lot of fun to be had. And I do get sick of Pinball Wizard, I tell you that. I wish it would just select the song at random and call it a day. But I pick basically anything except Pinball Wizard because I just get so sick of that song. It gets stuck in my head. It's such an earworm. So, see, this table is not too bad. Like, I don't mind. It's still pinball. That's the beauty of it. It's so weird having that swinging target in the middle. It reminds me of Primal Carnage, Solid State. But it's kind of done tastefully here a little bit. I don't know. Dude, the kind words need to come, man. I mean, you've been an incredible player for a long time, and not anybody has really known who you are or what your game's about. So to see it in action has been fantastic. Definitely support your channel. If anybody on here is not subscribed to show a lot of love, definitely check him out. Dude makes some great content. He does some great lives, and during the Battle of the Streamers, he will teach you how to play a table. So, really good stuff. Really all the Battle of the Streamers guys. Everybody on there, we all seem to have kind of a different strategy to different tables, which is kind of interesting. My strategy is not that great. I typically go by modes, and so I've had to learn quite a bit from these guys, how they do it. Because like I said, I typically go for modes, and that's not always the best way to score points, come to find out. So almost 1 million, or almost 1 million on my first game. So just playing. This guy is playing for Team Canada. You know what, you crazy Canadians, don't you start with me. Sorry. Good stuff. USA. So, I gotta do the thing, right? It would be kind of cool to do if we had enough people to do that, we could do like an international tournament. Support your nation. We could do like a 4 nations tournament in pinball. It'd be kind of fun. So, have some American pride, Canadian pride, if you will, on your end. So, good stuff. Good old Hot Wheels. I don't know, I haven't played this game a ton. Where's the points in this? I think most of them are straight up the middle, to be honest. Try to get that special up to the 3 special and just keep hitting it. And my bet is Mad Ben Han is probably number 1 on this one too. I don't know, maybe Hunter, maybe Cyril. Silvestri is pretty good. Or Silver TT, I think is what he goes by. I won't say it the other way. So, yeah, now I'm curious. I gotta see who's leading this table. Yeah, there he is. Who I just said. I didn't even know for sure. Pinslinger, he's up here twice. 3 times, but it looks a bit better. There's Mad Ben Han, 7 million. Holy cow, 7 million on this table is crazy. Pinslinger, dude, he's up here quite a bit. That's not good. There's Cyril at 27th, which is shocking. That dude can flat out play, man. You see him on all the HD leaderboards. So, Pinslinger, come on, dude. I hope you have lots of people in your family. That's all I hope. I want people to be try to take your one shot. You know, if you're on the leaderboards a lot, that's one thing. But right now, I told you, as I said, I'm spamming the black belt 2018. But that is just for a weekly thing. It's all my workmates using my pinball, my micro. So that's gonna go away. I still hold the best score of the people who played on mine, but played Party Zone last night for a little bit. It was not going very well. Lots of frame drops. Frame drops on Party Zone? No kidding. Are you playing with these visual effects on? Because I have not seen any frame drops on that table. Mad Ben is number 1 on it right now. Yeah, shocking. Yeah, actually, I was kind of thinking I should reach out to him and see if I can get any tips from him
prior to playing Skelejo, because, you know, if any athlete should be looking for a tactical advantage, right? So that would be a tactical advantage. Get somebody on your side that knows how to play the game. So I'm definitely going to go back and watch some Flipper Friends from weeks past to see how you guys played it. I know Tomato Grass played it when it came out. There's quite a few different people who played it. So it'd be good to kind of see what's out there, see how it's going. But so that's Hot Wheels. We'll go to Lights, Camera, Action now. We can go back to favorites now that we've covered those. That's some VPX standalone if you've never seen me do those. Some really good tables there too. They play a little differently, but let's see. Lights, Camera, Action. There it is. Played this a little bit last night. This table's a lot of fun. The bummer on this part is you won't be able to see any of the stuff on the back glass. There's actually some back glass stuff that's kind of cool. And the scoring's up there, so how am I going to do this? Maybe I can, let's see. It's not going to give you a very good representation, let me tell you. Let's see here. Can I set this? Nah, it's too dark anyway. Too dark and too bright by the time it gets over there. You're not going to see it anyway. So you'll see the scores at the end of this one, but you'll get an idea. You had all visuals on, the ball trails were off. I do not like the rocket ship spinning in that table, so I would try turning that off. I've never seen a frame drop on Party Zone, so I'm shocked. The table doesn't have a ton going on, otherwise, but oh, Mad Ben is number 1 on all the Flipper Friends right now. Oh, shocking. Guy can play, man. I'll tell you what. Alright, so Lights, Camera, Action. This table's a lot of fun. So, first off, on your plunge, you're going to get into this capture hole. And in this capture hole, it goes, ready, set, draw. When it says draw, you want to hit one of your flippers. And that has, so I'm going to try to represent this. You have 2 guys at the top with guns. And they're gonna pull up and try to do like a gunfight between the 2 of them. So that's what you want to try to do. Anytime you get into the gunfight capture hole up here, it gets quicker and quicker and quicker as you go, but it's fairly straightforward and pretty easy to be all things considered. I changed the tiles because the tables, there's so many tables now. I did too, man. I love tiles. What he's referring to is the format of the interface. So you can see here you've got a lot of tables. Yes, you don't have the full-on, you don't get the preview of the tables playfield, but I will say it's a lot easier to find tables. I think we're up to 230-ish, if I recall. If you're in the pin-up popper type of interface, it actually shows you how many tables you have. It does not do that in tile mode, unfortunately. So, alright. So here we go. Lights, Camera, Action. And it figures I missed the gunfight shot right away. Oh, this is pretty quiet. So we'll bump this one up to 30. I want to make sure you guys can hear it. There we go. There we go. I still think this is quiet. Am I wrong? Man. The drop targets will probably be pretty loud. Alright, so now we're going to start into a multi-ball, which is pretty cool. It kicks out right down the center, so make sure... Oh. Wow. Okay. That's exactly what I was going to try to tell you not to do. But it's better to show you, right? So... when you're doing that gunfight too, you'll notice in this table there's actually like something spinning in the background. So it's got part of like something about the table spinning all the time. I'm not sure what that is. I assume it has to do something mechanically with this spot up here, because it kind of spins around. And you'll notice sometimes this digital display will come on and it's giving you like a timer. It's a countdown timer. Typically, you have to hit a drop target here in like 5 seconds, and you have to do it sometimes 3 times. So part of the modes are to do that just as quickly as possible. I think it looks really, really cool. This display, even the fact that it's so black looks so good on here, and then when you have like that digitized text in there, it actually looks really, really good. The table looks pretty real in reality when you're looking at it in 4K. The only thing is I wish is that they had a little better defined edges on the parts that are sitting up. So these slingshots, you can kind of see my fingers holding the slingshot here. When you the nuts and bolts look really, really good, quite frankly. But I wish they had kind of a sharper edge on them so that you could see them. Visuals were off, and you're still getting frame drop on Party Zone. Dude, that doesn't seem right to me, Chilada. I'm gonna have to double check that. I don't think I've ever seen FPS drop on Party Zone. Not on here. I've definitely seen it on Zen Pinball World on my mobile, but not on the 4K. So that's news to me, man. One thing I would check, Chilada Love, is make sure you have Party Zone. So, at least for the tournament, you don't have to do this in general, but at least for the tournament, I would take Party Zone, install it directly on your system instead of your flash drive, if you have it non-locally. See if that's making a difference. Maybe you have a little bit slower of a flash drive, or FDX. See if that makes a difference. So, I would move it to the main drive and see if that makes a difference, because you definitely want to have top-notch FPS during the tournament. So, House of Hounds, how are you going to be moving? So I'll be down and out for a while, looking for an arcade room. Ah, nice. So that's my final score. 1.2 million is not a ton on this, but getting 1 million points, you can actually get it as a reward. So you can see this digital display. Doesn't that not look cool? It looks real to me. I think it does a really nice job of representing that. And there's times when you look at this, if you look at it close, you can actually see that there's numbers there, but they're not on. So it kind of adds just a little bit of depth to the table, I think. So it looks like a real display. Ready, set, draw. So I just beat him. The one thing about these Gottlieb tables is they have a lot of back glass integration. Like, you can actually see the two characters pulling guns. Like, they show the guns. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the back glass on a lot of these tables. Mad Ben, you must have heard about us talking about you, man. Apparently you're #1 on all of the Flipper Friends tables. So, that's my fault. I hit the flippers when it was saying ready, set, draw, so it screwed me up. Speak of the devil. Yep, there you are. Get your millions during multi-ball. Multi-ball on this one? Oh, man. I don't get to multi-ball very often on this one. I like this table quite a bit, but come on, give me something good. Light special. It's hard enough to control the ball on this one, let alone for multi-ball. I do like this table, though. There we go. So we got the special. Want to get your spins when you can. Come on now. Back to gunfight. Well done, it says. And then I get my mystery reward. Give me something good. Begin jackpot scene. So this one, here's the drop target in the middle. And I have 8 seconds to take the shot. There we go. This is target number 2. So I got 5 seconds to make the target. I got plenty of time. Take your shot. 2 seconds, 1 second. There we go. Got it. So that's one of the scenes. I got really good points on that because I was able to hit all 3 targets within the time frame. So we'll go ahead and take our spin. That's an ace. Oh, luckily I have a center post because that would have been dead to rights. Oh. So 2 million now. I gotta make up for my poor performance from last week's Flipper Friends. Was too busy with life. You know, last week, what was it about last week? Last week destroyed a lot of people, man. I had a skunk in my house. My wife had an anaphylactic reaction to an iron infusion. Could have killed her. Within 2 seconds, she just went flush red. Absolutely crazy. And then I took the week off. I took this week off, and I assisted my wife on her women's retreat. So I was helping hold space and cook and all these different things for that women's retreat. And so this whole week was just absolutely crazy. So I think it wasn't just you, Mad Ben. So if anybody else had a crazy week, let's move, slough that off, play some pinball, and get back to it, man. I tell you, it's been a crazy week. There you go. That's what you want to do. I love getting in that. Oh no, I do have a bag. Still have a kick save. I don't know if that's timed or not, but I actually got 2 kick saves out of that. That was cool. And I got it back too. Look at that. I like this table a lot. It's not Wipeout for me. Like, I really like Wipeout. That's a fun friggin' table. Victory, Wipeout, Black Hole, Haunted House. There's a lot of good Gottlieb tables. So if you have not purchased a lot of these, I think you're missing out. Yes, the physics are not the same, but man, there's some good tables here. It really is. I'd love to see them updated with like Magic Pixel physics. I think it would be fantastic. I doubt they'd ever do that, but battling you on the leaderboards. I don't count Ben. Well, it's kind of like F1, right? For what, 4 years now, we just said Max Verstappen. We don't count him. He was so dominant for the last 4 years, so that's kind of Mad Ben and pinball right now. Was I quick enough? Yeah, I was. I was wondering. I was half paying attention to the gunfight there. Oh boy. I had a center post. I gotta remember that on this one. Back to gunfight. Hopefully you can hear the gun ready, set, draw. It's pretty quiet. And it's got that something spinning in the background, and it just adds a little bit of noise, which makes it tough to hear sometimes. Spin! Ace. So I got 2 aces. You would be able to see that on the back glass, but without altering my camera setup, I'm not going to do that. So I saw you played a lot more Getaway yesterday. House of Hounds, yep. I'm going to be playing here in a minute, too. I finally figured out how to play Getaway. I got up to 240 million now, so that's a good thing. So, alright, so that was terrible. So let's, I want to talk real quickly, some Street Note stuff. So I already talked about Retro Legends this last Friday. That was a great show. If you haven't watched that, check it out. Battle of the Streamers playoffs. So I talked a little bit of Chalada Love and a little bit of House of Hounds with the playoffs. Well, let's jump over. I'm going to show. So this here is the playoff breakdown for Battle of the Streamers Season 2. And as you can see here, these are the green cells are where people won the game. And so you can see I was only one of 3. I was 1 and 2 for the season. But my score differential was high enough on Battlestar Galactica that I actually was able to secure a playoff spot. Lo and behold, I didn't think I was in. I thought I was dead to rights. I was able to beat Metal Man 9 for the final game. So with a score differential of negative 36 points, or negative 36 million points, I'm in the playoffs. So I'm going to be a 5 seed, and I'm going to be playing number 4, Skolajo, for playoffs for Season 2. So if we look at the bracket here, I'm going to show you this next. So this is the bracket. So here I have to play Skolajo for the honor, the privilege of playing Tomato Grass. the #1 seed. However, I have been lucky enough in my career in Battle of the Streamers to stay away from Tomato Grass thus far. So, Skolajo and I are basically doing a rematch from Wipeout. He destroyed me in Wipeout. He had 700 million. My best score was a 400 million during my practice session. I only had 200 and something million during the actual game. So, but Party Zone, as I mentioned before, I think Party Zone has a knack of equaling the playing field. So we're going to see how that goes. The game is absolutely fantastic. I really like Party Zone. I know a lot of you do not. But this is the breakdown. So you got Tomato Grass and Enchilada Love. And Enchilada Love and House of Hounds luckily are in the stream, in the chat, which is really cool. Those guys are 2 and 3. I've got to root for both of them. Enchilada Love was undefeated along with Tomato Grass, which is freaking fantastic. The score differentials are pretty crazy. That game from Wipeout and Tomato Grass is just unbelievable. I think that's still second all time, I think, on Wipeout, if I don't recall. So anyway, that is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about Battle of the Streamers Season 2. I'll show the breakdown. I'll show the bracket one more time. With this, there's a link in my description of this video. If you want to win a $50 Amazon gift card, go ahead, fill out the form, and you'll have an opportunity to win a $50 gift card to Amazon for guessing who do you think is going to win Season 2 of the tournament. So look forward to that. It's not just for Atgames content, so you don't have to buy anything at Games with that. It's a $50 gift card to Amazon, so you can buy anything you want. So anyway, definitely check that out. Link is in the description. And while you're down there, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Many of you already have, which I've been very appreciative of, by the way. Up to 193 subs, which is blowing my mind. I can't believe you guys are that gracious. But we'll switch back over to the display. Soggy Bacon! Welcome, man. Good to see you, dude. Getaway is my favorite table yet this year. I still don't fully know the table, but it's so fun. Dude, once you figure it out, I just figured it out, and it is so good. Trying to get Redline Mania going and doing the extra loops and stuff is really, really fun. We're going to cover it, so I'm going to be getting into that in a little bit too. So we'll do another couple of lights, camera, action. Sadly, I don't know this table as well as I should. I'd love to get better at this table, but with all the tables coming out, it's really hard to keep up, to be honest. So I will not be doing Battle of the Streamers Season 3, I don't think. That's a big commitment, and the practicing is the stuff that if you're not doing, you're just gonna lose. And I did not spend a lot of time. I barely got my Wipeout games in because of everything leading up to that women's retreat. I was expected to play. I didn't even do a Flipper Friends last week because of that. I had it all set up and ready to go, and 11 o'clock came around on Saturday, and there was just no way I was going to be able to do it. So, sadly, I did not get to play Addams Family and Medieval Madness. So, I was disappointed about that, but this table's a lot of fun. I need to spend more time playing it. I think it's a lot of fun. I'm going to try to invest some time this week. I'm going to have some time. So, alright, so now we're in multi-ball. Now we got to get our millions. According to Matt Behan, who knows better than anybody. I know it's part of the crossing shot. Oh. So, yeah, there's a million is lit over here, so I gotta try to get this ball to that upper left flipper. Get in there. Oh. That's how it's done. There is a million was lit. I had an opportunity there. You just had to hit that shot, get it into that whirlpool shot, and you would have been good to go. But great table. I fell in love with it. Y'all have some impressions from Flipper Friends score. Impressive Flipper Friends scores this week. We still have days to go. Yeah, Flipper Friends is we got a long ways to go yet. Wish I knew the secret to Battlestar Galactica high scores. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I hear you're near the top of all the tables on Flipper Friends. Soggy Bacon's a great player, dude. And when he figures stuff out, you are in trouble. So, happy to break the top 10. Yeah, that's awesome. I typically don't. I play them every week. So, I feel it. I do love the Flipper Friends. I wish they were more tournament based, but they're really more marketing for Atgames at this point, trying to get you to buy the games. But man, I am not doing great on this table. So we're an hour in. Let's go to. Okay, let's stop this table here. The next table we're gonna say is Primal Carnage Retro 4K HD. So. I have a confession. I have not purchased Primal Carnage Retro. The reason I did that is because I purchased Primal Carnage Solid State, and I did not like it. As I've said, I paid to purchase all of my tables, so I didn't particularly like that one, and I wasn't going to buy another table for another $7 that I didn't like. So I have not purchased Primal Carnage Retro, so I apologize. I do not have that one, so I can't show it off. For you that like it, I'm glad you like it. Just for me, I didn't see myself playing it more than a couple times on stream, and just didn't see the reason to do it. So sadly, I do not have that one. I did not buy it. So let's jump over to Battlestar Galactica. And this table, I played very well yesterday. I was very happy. It was my third best score all time. The marketing works on me.
Battlestar Galactica.
The biggest problem, Soggy Bacon, is I have every single table. I purchased
the commander.
every single table.
Moments ago,
myself. I don't get codes or none of that.
Cylon attack against our homeworlds.
And so, if I purchase a table, I better be playing the darn thing. I purchased everything on the HD, and then I had to repurchase everything on the 4K. So, with all the tables coming out, there's going to be tables that I don't like. I know that. There's not going to be very many. Obviously, Killer Instinct and Battletoads I've already purchased as part of this Sea of Thieves collection. Those are going to be good. I know they're going to be good. The remakes, the deluxe tables, all of the new deluxe tables coming out with Future World and Shooting the Rapids and Tropical. Black Belt Deluxe is awesome. I've already played that on Steam. I actually purchased it on Steam for like $250. Those are really good games. I'm going to buy all of them. But when they're going to come out with these little retro tables, I'm sorry. I do not like the retro tables. They're too retro. If they're solid state and they're good, I'll definitely purchase them. Even Primal Carnage Solid State is not a terrible game. It's just not for me. So, anyway. Soggy Bacon, you got to run. Thanks for stopping in, man. Good to have you here. Definitely catch you on the flip side. We'll see you next time, man. Thanks for coming. So, but anyway, I don't have the table. Battlestar Galactica. Back to this one. This is a great table. The sound effects kit is #1. I don't think there's a single table that sounds better than this. You'll see my scores at the top there. All three of my scores are sub 1 billion. So hopefully I can get to 1 billion. That would be fantastic. This skill shot, if you can get to the second to last red dot right there, that's where you get your skill shot. You're just going to let go, and it's just going to roll over. And there you go. That's the skill shot. Now, there's a crap ton of ways to score points on this thing, but all of the modes can be run basically at the same time. So if you've ever played any of the Thomas Croft games, Garfield, My Little Pony, a lot of those, all the modes could be played at the same time. That's going to happen a lot in this. So just know that it's not just a singular mode. You could have multiple modes running at all times. What I found out is if you play the orbits a lot, you can get lots of points. By orbits, these crossroads shots are one thing, but either way, you get up to the pop bumpers. The pop bumpers turn into super bumpers, and then there's lots of points to be had up there. So definitely take your shots along the orbits, get back up to the pop bumpers, switch your rollovers, and just keep it rolling. And hopefully we can have a good score. That's not what we want to do.
Be worthy of survival.
So, Shameless plug for Cure electrolytes. Very, very good. Keep me hydrated. So, we'll do the skill shot again. Right there. Boom. Every time. It's 3 points, people. You don't have to stress about it. Just make sure that you have it second to the last light. You can pull the trigger until you have it and just let it go. So don't stress about it. Take your free points. Lord knows, free points are hard to come by in pinball, so get them where you can. So this one I'm shooting orbits, hopefully. Oh my goodness. So, Battlestar Galactica, once you switch over to this, after playing Magic Pixel titles, which I've been doing, and Gottlieb tables, physics are very different on this, so definitely it'll take a game or two to acclimate, and then I should be good to go here, but looking pretty poor at this point. I'll get there. Give me a couple seconds. So we'll be playing this and Getaway for probably the next hour, so if you're not interested in those, I'm really sorry. But those are the highlights for this week. So definitely early in the stream, I played some of the other HD titles and things like that. So definitely check that out. Holy crap, this is loud. So hopefully my voice comes across good on cam, and you can still hear the game. So now I've got this blue shot. I want to try to get it up to this upper flipper and take that shot. Carefully. Carefully, carefully. To quote Snoopy. Ooh. Save that one. That was tough. I keep missing my orbits. This is what I'm trying to shoot for. I only got 25 seconds too, so I gotta hurry. There we go. Left kickback is on. 17 seconds. Gotta hurry. Take that one. Shoot the targets. They reveal themselves. So I tried to backhand that one. That didn't work. Oh, see the targets? There's little drop targets right here, here, and here that'll pop up for that mode. So that was what I was going for. RetroTech X was on the last Retro Legends. If you missed it, he was awesome on the show. I thought the show was really good. I definitely mentioned it in the stream notes up here. So definitely check out the show if you haven't. I thought it was a really fun show. We talked a lot of pinball. We talked some arcade. We talked some Evercade. Some Wonderland pinball for the Kickstarter. All that stuff. Great show. Papa Brad, thanks for having me on, man. I really appreciate it. Papa Brad's been a big supporter of mine from the beginning, so it's been this community, man. I can't talk about it enough how great you guys all are. Not only accepting me, but then following my content, allowing me to be part of it. So it's been really great. Come on now. Dead flip and go this way. Nope. Dead flip and go back there again. I don't know why, but it's harder to hit the left orbit on here than it is to hit the right. It's a little bit higher up. The angle's just a little bit better. So that's the shot I wanted to take. So that's big points. 2 million on this table can be a lot. So it could be. Oh, come on. Really enjoy this table because of the sound effects, dude. You're not kidding, man. #1 sound effects kit game right here. Battlestar Galactica. If you have the sound effects kit, this is the game to get. Sounds amazing. I wish more tables had this level of kick to them. It's crunchy. They sound so good. I like to do Find Earth as one of my first missions. Because doing Earth, hitting the Earth ramp, which is right here, actually leads into Exodus. And so you kind of get a multi-ball while doing it. So can't really backhand that ramp too well. So we come over here. Whoops. I think I wanted a first pass. We'll dead flip this over there. Now we'll take the ramp. There's the ramp shot for Exodus. And we'll just keep doing... I can do these ramps instead of... Oh, come on. And I don't know what it is, but when I look at the ball in person, I look at the ball, it seems small when I'm playing. But when I watched the stream last night, the ball in Battlestar Galactica for my Battle of the Streamers stream actually looks bigger on camera. Looks very strange to me. So there we go. Here's Exodus. This is green. This is a multi-ball mode. And here you want to hit like the green spaceships. So both the orbits have them, as well as that mini orbit. So you want to try to shoot those as much as you can. There's an orbit. Just lost a ball. That sucked. Here's an orbit. You can keep two going. That's the way to go. Sometimes it's easier to handle two balls. Yes, I said it. Come on now. Hit that mini orbit. It's a super easy one to hit. There's another orbit. Orbit. Whoops, missed it. Some big points here if you can keep it alive. Hit the mini orbit, that's always good. Try to hit the orbits. Nope. So that was a pretty good multi-ball. Oh, I still got it. I can't believe I still have it. But I still have a ball save going, so that's good. Hit the orbits. Take the mini orbit wherever possible. It's a lot easier shot. It's right up the middle. Oh, man. So that was pretty good. 21 million. Could have been a lot better, but that mode doesn't give you a ton of points, but okay, so return home. So this ball's got to go back to the center hole. And then I got to do crossover shots, which are, again, orbits. So if you're not good at shooting orbits, you're going to have to get good at shooting orbits. So I personally love orbit shots, so these are right in my wheelhouse. And then here's those drop targets again that I was talking about. So you see the drop targets here, these two on this side. There's one right in front of FPL, which you can backhand. Okay. Whoops. Sorry about that, I bumped the camera. The tripod there got bumped. It's part of the sound effects kit. It's so loud that it affects camera work. And hit the mini orbit. There you go. And then we're going to hit this ramp. There we go. Now we go back into multi-ball, which I already lost the ball. I've seen something about you guys like letting all of these go. I don't understand that at all. So I'm not sure what the reason for that is. I do that naturally anyway, so I know there's some shots right up the middle are very important for this. So probably should pause, but I haven't. There's another big score. So we're doing okay. Not the best. I do need to kick. Hopefully this goes to the upper flipper on the left-hand side. Nope. We'll do action stations. That's an easy 3 million. So that's the gunshots here. You always got to look out for the fast ones, because they will come at you pretty quick. Obviously, they're fast, right? hopefully, guys can hear me okay. It's pretty loud. But my voice generally comes through this mic pretty well, so almost missed that one. Oof.
That'll be all.
There you go. So 3.8 million, that was a lot for that one. Typically I don't get that much, but we want to capture this ball. FTL is right here. It's just a right tip flipper shot right in there. Pretty easy shot. Again, that sound effects kit, man, I tell you what, it sounds so good. Here's a mini orbit shot. So it should be pretty straightforward. There, we get that one. We'll dead flip it back around. We can hit it again. So we just want to hit that short orbit shot a couple times. And then now we're back to FTL. So you can backhand that shot. I showed it on stream the other day. It is pretty tough, but you can do it. There we go. Put it back in there. Doing pretty good. This is 56 million. So we're going to go back and we're going to hit this mini orbit shot again. Dead flip it back. So there we got that. I screwed it up and did it again where I had the wrong side. The FPL shot. Ah. There we go. Throw it back in there. And I want to take that shot to the crossing ramp. So when this ball kicks out, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. There we go. So here we are back to the mini orbit shot. Dead flip to the left. Mini orbit shot. Back flip to the left. Mini orbit shot. We can do that all day. And then now we have the orbits, have the symbols. Battlestar Galactica symbol. So we want to take this. We take our FTL shot again. We take that. Now it's 8 million. So that's where the points are, folks. So take the mini orbit. We're going to dead flip this back. Take that. Okay, that's an unconventional way to do that, but I got in there. Yeah, I missed that shot. Darn it.
This is Earth.
Come on now. Settle down. Luckily, I had a kickback.
Could you love a machine? Dr.
Find survivors. Let's do
as soon as possible.
extra ball. Okay, that's good. I haven't even selected the mode yet. Let's do CAG. Cylon Raiders.
To protect and preserve this fleet and its future.
So I need to hit the Earth ramp is what it's telling me, the little pink shot there. It's a tough shot from the left-hand side, but pretty easy from here. There we go. Alright, so now we have to hit it to the Centurion, so I have to go around the orbit. Get out of there. Oof. So we're going to go this way. Go around. I'm trying to hit this up to the upper shot. It's not really cooperating. We're going to go left orbit. This will probably roll down. There we go. So that's the way to do it. Oh, get out of there. Ah, I knew I'd tilt it. I had to try. I missed a lot of the chat there. Sorry about that, guys. Wish more tables had this attention to detail for the IP. It was never a table. My only criticism of this table is the colors on the Space Invader minigame. Oh, yeah, they're really dark on that. You're right. It would be, well, they're dark in the movie too. So I assume that's why they did it, but they even kept the accuracy on the Dratus. I'm not sure what that is. Is that the spaceship itself? I don't know. Well, that should be the Galactica, I guess. Strategic draining of the balls gets rollovers lit, and the bumpers are worth a ton of points. It is a strange way to play, but the point presses scores a bit. Strategic. Strategically draining the balls gets rollovers lit. Gotcha. And the bumpers are worth. in House of Hounds winning around in the match, he's using the flippers to get the balls to go down the drain fast. It was cool to see. The tilt is super easy way to trigger on this one. Yeah, I found that out. I don't do a lot of nudging, so I don't generally tilt as much as a lot of other people. So it's usually okay for me, especially to do a double nudge when I've got a ball kind of operating around these outlanes. So I get a little more flexibility with that, I think. But the sound effects is really good on this one. I rattled the picture off the wall, blasting at full volume. That's insane. Yeah, mine's very quiet. I think I've only got this on, what is this on? I've got it on 20 right now. So I have things pretty quiet in general, but I found that if you tilt, you lose a ball in the middle of the mode you finished on that ball. You lose middle modes. Oh, that's a bummer. No middle, just modes. Okay, I see what you're saying. So, 81 million is a pretty good score for me. I'm hoping that I can. I think I didn't have many extra balls, but I'm hoping that I can get one here or there along the way here. Try to get my best score. So that would be awesome.
Machine. Dr. Ball
Do spiders.
as soon as possible.
I have not played this table enough. I love it, but I never played enough. It is very loud, and so it's one that I can't generally play at night. That was awesome. Extra 4 million just for doing a rollover. So I got to the point last night when I was playing Battlestar Galactica. I only had one mode I could even select, which was wild. Never seen that before. It was Baby Boom. I was like, what is going on?
Eliminate that threat.
Okay, so now, isn't this where I have to shoot the Centurion? No,
Congratulations.
so we do that
You had
first.
a very difficult and dangerous mission, and you did it despite many.
And now I only have one option for big score. Okay, that's cool. I have to shoot the quorum ramp. Quorum ramp's pretty easy to hit. Just from this right flipper. Tip of the right flipper. I missed what that said. I know I need to go up the upper ramp, the crossing ramp shot, so I need to go around the orbits. I have a kickback. I should have just let it go. Well, that's already my best score of all time, so that's cool. My personal best. And I still got a ball to go, folks. So, let's go.
Space.
Let's go. I want to take this shot towards the Centurion again. I want that ball to kick out to the left, like that.
Does anything.
That's what we want.
You saved our shit.
Dank Fennec, this game is great. That's a Mandalorian reference, if you didn't already know. Or Star Wars reference, I guess. Back to the orbits. Still got a left shot I need to take. Come on, kick that ball out. There we go. I'm on a roll, folks. I'm on a roll.
Stop the clock.
Still have not completed quorum. It's another 5 million. Holy cow, man. Putting on a clinic. Okay, orbit shot. There we go. Millions up there. Can you believe this? Wild. Oh. Damn. I was on the edge of 100 million. My new goal is to get 100 million. I just got it, man. I'm pumped. Dude, this is my personal best already. Drasus is the radar system in BSG. The video mode screen. Okay. They took it straight out of the show. The 6-drop target spell Dratus. The mode to complete and complete 33. Ah, okay, cool. That's some good information there, House. I appreciate that, man. Okay. Alright, so now I really have to finish up Quorum. And Cylon Detector, and then I have to get Home in 33, which obviously I've never got to the wizard mode on this, so that's completely new. So we'll see. We're gonna go back for our skill shot. Again, right there. Let's go. 6 million on that. Can you believe that? That is awesome. We'll dead flip that. Go right to the center hole. I'm trying to get the center target, man. That's not working out great. Luckily, I have a ball saved, but there we go. So I want to do Quorum. I want to get Quorum out of the way. It's not a difficult mode to do. It just requires a little bit of finesse, which I simply do not have at the moment. Hey, all right, we'll drop in there. 33 minigame. What the hell? They're fast. Holy crap! Wow. Okay. I don't think I've done that before. I want to hit the center shot again.
I want to see all recon material on hold immediately in my quarters.
There's Quorum. This is that mini orbit shot that I had such good success on earlier. Hopefully we can get it going again. Ah! Damn!
So much
Game over.
life.
Well, there you go. 133 million. That is how you play that game, let me tell you. I did not expect to play that game as long as I did. That's a fantastic score. Look at, this is while you play things out. Look at that score. 5 million on my first ball, 76 million on the second ball, and 51 million on the third ball. You only need one ball for greatness, people. Keep plunging. That's my moniker. So, anyway. That was a hell of a game, which would have been completely killed if I had just reset on the first ball. So, thanks, guys. I appreciate it, man. That was a good game. That was a lot of fun. So, Battlestar Galactica, definitely play this game. This pack is worth every penny. This is not the title I bought it for. I bought it for Knight Rider, and I don't think I barely touched that game. I don't like the automated stuff that happens in there where it takes control of your ball. And I tell you what, like that was fantastic. So this is a double dipper too. This one goes to Flipper Friends, and well, no, actually that was for Flipper, yeah, for Flipper Friends, and well, we had it for last week too, I guess. So my best score. So let's see where I'm at in the leaderboards now. That will up my score a little bit. Let's see, top score, Mad Ben Han. Is he still here? Yeah, he is. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. A lot of loves right there. 720 million. My God, you guys. This is insane. I tell you what. So what I have, 133 million. I'm up to 14th. Look at that. L, look at you, 13th, dude. You were here too. Where'd he go? Yeah, great score, man. I see you there. That's a hell of a score, dude. So I just missed out beating Alice. Now I gotta go back and I gotta try to beat him on that one. House of Hounds 11th. Dude, you guys are killing it, man. What a great table. Great table. All right. The Getaway, folks. The Getaway. Let's do it. This is one of my favorite tables of all time. Absolutely love it. Have I played Moon Patrol yet? I will do that later. I promise you, Papa Brad. I got my Evercade all charged up. I'm ready to go. I'm going to play some Moon Patrol. And I'm also going to play it on the Mini. I got that thing set up. I actually set it up to horizontal. You see me do that last night on the Retro Legends show. Actually, no, that was Friday night. I apologize. That's how this week has gone. I feel like it's been so long ago. The Getaway. Steve Ritchie title. I love Steve Ritchie titles. Black Knight 2000. Oh, dude just kills it, man. I love those tables. When Black Knight 2000 comes to this table, you will not. I will be playing it all the time. I play it on VPX standalone all the time. It's so good. So, shifting's a little weird in this one, but otherwise it's really, really good. Are you ready for Party Zone? No, I'm not. But I've been practicing. I practiced on the Switch for about an hour last night watching TV. Party Zone, I am going to kick ass at Party Zone. I love that table. I didn't expect to love that table, but I love it, and it's great, and I'm going to kick ass at that table. So, you bought this pack for Battlestar Galactica without seeing the gameplay because I'm a fan. Don't regret it at all. Yeah, and Xena was way better than I expected too. It's kind of a smallish table, but when those soldiers jump up all at once, it scares the crap out of me every time. It's really cool. The Getaway. Oh, I love this table so much. You can already hear the rumble of the table. Maybe you can't personally. I hope you can. It's a fairly loud table. The sound effects kit is pretty good. I turned off the visuals. I think it was Pete G who mentioned to me that you can see the ball going around the orbit up here better around the loop when you have the mountains with the visuals turned off. And I think he's right. I didn't like it at first without the visuals on, but I think it does add to that. So, how do you shift down during video mode? If you do a half plunge on your plunger, do a half plunge on the plunger as a shift down. So, very strange. I'm not sure why that is. On the D-pad does it too? I thought you could shift up. Does it switch to down on the control pad? I'll be damned, I didn't know that. I read in the instructions it's like a half plunge, which is really weird. So I'll have to do that just to see if I can do that. That's good to know. Okay, let's start it. Yeah, I'll use up that kickback right away. Not a good start. Multi-ball. Okay. You want to throw one to the supercharger? Lose a ball. That's never good. Oh my goodness. I'm losing them left and right. This is not going well. Throw that one there. We want to get our getaway jackpot, which is around the orbit here. There we go. No, it didn't give me it. So we gotta get that upper orbit to get our 25 million. So one good way to do this is to throw it around like this. It keeps kicking it out. Crap. I guess I could shoot it up to the video mode and do it that way. Oh, damn. I'm still gonna get it, but that's all I'm gonna get. So this is gonna kick out, and then I can hit the orbit shot, loop shot. Come on. Wow. Okay. It'll take a minute. We're just acclimating. My bad. Read it wrong. So sorry. Down makes it go faster. Down on the control pad. I don't know that works. I'm gonna have to check that out. I hear you guys saying that. And when you're in first gear, you just you have to hit the orbit one time. So the RPM orbits, you're gonna hit those. So that's one. You just let it go around. Shift gears by pushing down on the arrow or full plunge. Send it around again. Oh, come on. I'm getting robbed. Getting robbed. 7 million. That's okay. We just came from Battlestar Galactica, which has very, very different physics. Very different physics than this, so. Crashed and burned on that first one. Tougher when you're in fifth gear going during the video mode. You can't slow down with the extra ball. You can slow down, but a half plunge on your plungers is really weird. In fact, where did I read that? Gear shifter. Yeah, so right here, while pulling it slightly shifts down. So additionally, the cabin's play button is also mapped to shift up. There's lots of ways to shift up, but not necessarily to shift down. So, at any rate, that's where I read it. Different ball size too, yes, absolutely. Ball's a lot bigger in this one, and it does take a minute to acclimate for sure. Oops. There we go. So now we're in third gear. First and second gear is really easy to get through. You do basically 3 orbits, and if you can do 1 orbit and you go right into the second orbit a lot of times. Get your loops whenever you can. Tunnel shots are kind of like your bear kicks, so that shot, it's also where you get your rewards. Free ride, so that's good. Ball save. Okay. Take a shot to the supercharger. I haven't done that yet, so let's do that. I do have a video mode available because this is the in third gear. You'll get the option for that. Oh, drat. Where's my microfiber? I'm seeing just enough stuff going on that it's a little distracting, so we're gonna clean this sucker off. There we go. Okay, back to it. Hopefully I didn't miss anything in the chat. I try to be really good about reading the chats, but it doesn't always happen. So, looks like I'm pretty good. I know there was some discussion about the shifting down, but we're gonna get to that. I'm sure that's a thing. Needs to be talked about. Free ride. Holy crap. Jace, that's one way to get to video mode. So yeah, you can't push up. Whoops, I should have been paying attention a little more. I was trying to worry about shifting down and not worried about... we'll do that next time. In the name of science, I will give up a game or two just to see how it works. Oh, it's okay. This game's sacrificed anyway by the looks of it. So they're not all good games, folks. They're not all good games, but I like to play them out. You only need one good ball. Keep plunging. So I'm 4 shots away from an extra ball anyway, so who knows? We'll see how this goes. I'm gonna lock this one up. Wow, how did that not get through there? That's interesting. Let this come around. Supercharger. There we go. 5 million. Go back to our... Come on now. Let's go back. Whoops. Come on. Gotta hurry. 4, 3, 2. Plenty of time. I just gotta get the shot. Golly. That was disappointing. But I don't know what's going on. I can't seem to get this ball to get to the lock. I feel like I've hit the shot multiple times. There it goes. Crying out loud.
Hey, nice wheel.
Nice wheels. I like when she says nice car. It just sounds so much better. Alright, ball 2. Donut Heaven. If you look at this VPX standalone version, it's basically, it says Krispy Kreme. It's pretty cool. Oh, get there. Whoop. Come on. Lock his leg. Good. That's what we want to try to get. Let this ball come around. There we go. Lock it up. Alright, so now we're multi-ball. We want to definitely shoot the supercharger. We need to get 20 loops. I think it's 20 loops. So we gotta light the jackpot first. Golly. Oh, that's terrible. Not having good luck, folks. Not having good luck. Take the backhand shot. That almost worked. Oh, seriously. I got the extra ball, but that wasn't good. So I still need to get the 10 loops to light the jackpot. Still need to light the jackpot here. Still do that. It's not a lost cause. Well, it is now that I lost the ball. I have an extra ball, but just missed out on 25 million. So that sucked. Ah. It says my best score is 200 million. That's just the default. I wish it actually gave my score, but for some reason it doesn't keep that information. And it forgets how many loop champions and stuff you are too, which I wish it did not do that. Red line mania is lit. So we'll be trying to shoot the supercharger here in a second. There we go. Another extra ball is lit. That's one good benefit to this. And we are not dead in the woods yet. So everything's lit. You just gotta play well on this shot, or this ball. Oh, that's an extra ball. Let this ball kick out. We'll try to get the getaway jackpot, and then we'll start working on other stuff. Ugh. Take that shot. Alright. Something. Come on, kick out. Come on. There's two up there. I don't know how this is gonna work. It reset one of them. That was weird. Okay. Trying to figure out how I want to do this. I'm gonna probably go to the video mode shot. Golly! That sucked. Lost the one and it just kind of fell apart. Ideally, you want 3 good balls. Oh, man. Oh, man. Hit that like for retro. Thank you, Chalala. I appreciate that, man. Likes and subscribes if you're not subscribed. I think most of you guys are probably already subscribed. But if not, please give me a like and subscribe, man. Love to have you guys around. It's been a lot of fun, man. This whole community has just been incredible. So, all right. So we're kind of starting from nothing here. We're back to square one. Shift gears. Oh. Supercharger's maxed. Ah! Oof, that was too close. Luckily I got extra balls. Insane one ball, it doesn't matter. Through one insane ball, it doesn't even matter. You're absolutely right. Though, one, yeah. Yep, so true. Oh, on. This game's snake biting me, man. Golly. Nothing's going well. Alright. Nothing going there. Oh! Boy, that game just went right down the toilet, didn't it? Went right to the junkyard in the upper left with the toilet. Yeah, and then I get insulted by putting my name in here for a crap score. I shouldn't say it. It's not a crap score. It's a good score. Just, I missed a lot of opportunities on that game. A lot of opportunities. So. Gotta love the music in this title. Oh. I venture to say I like this better than Medieval Madness. And I fell in love with Medieval Madness years and years and years ago. And that was my favorite title for the longest time. And then I got to realize that Attack from Mars was basically the same game, but had a better theme to me. And I love medieval stuff as much as Aliens, but I just liked Attack from Mars, probably because you score in the billions, which just feels good. It makes you feel like you're a better pinball player. And then, but I love Steve Ritchie titles. Every one of his games has been so good. And with the race car theme, I mean, it's so good. I mean, technically it's not a race car, it's just a Ferrari, but might as well be. Ah! Don't you kill me. Whoa! Didn't expect it to do that. I love that the ball's pretty heavy on this. I will say that means a lot. Oh. Man. One thing I do want to do, you know what? I'm going to jump out of this. Watch this. I'm going to jump over to this standalone VPX version of this. Just for giggles. Some of you have probably seen it already, but I just want to give a quick playthrough of that, and you can kind of compare the two. It's pretty cool. So, let's see, the Getaway. Whoops. So this is VPX standalone, which I'm in the beta of. We're going to jump over to the Getaway, High Speed 2, but this is the non-Zen version. They play almost identical, so it's kind of cool. This one plays at a lower FPS, but it has... the ball looks pretty cool, I will say. And shifting on this one's even a little weirder. The launch fire button is up. I don't even know how to shift down on this. So this one you'll notice has the Donut Heaven that looks just like a Krispy Kreme. This is the one I was talking about. Graphically, it's not quite as clean, but it's still pretty cool. So this is a comparison versus the Zen version. See what you think of this. It's a little different. It plays identical, obviously, but you don't get to use the plunger at all on this one. So it's kind of strange. And the sound effects kit is not near as good, but it does have some... I like the metallic feel of everything. So there's shift. So this is where I was playing this up. Once we found out that this was going to be Medieval Madness and Getaway, I started playing this version just to try to get a feel for it. And it plays pretty good. It's not exactly right. The ball seems a little floaty, and I think this runs at about 40 FPS, if I recall. Which I should probably look. Let's see. So yeah, I don't know if you can see down at the bottom here. It's about 45, 46. The chrome does look really good. In the VPX version, the metal in general looks a lot better. Metal ramps, metal, just in general, the chrome, like you said, the chrome looks so good in the VPX versions. I'm not really sure why that is. I don't understand why the Zen versions don't have like material types, or maybe it does affect the FPS. It's something to consider though. It's really strange. So, I think this is skewed a little differently vertically, so there's something to that as well. But it plays really good. It's not as good as the Zen version, I will say that. There's just no comparison. But the flippers feel really. I'm trying to think of how I would describe them. They feel very finicky. Like they're fast and fluid, and you will see the ball stuttering a little bit. I do in person. I don't know that it shows up on camera so much. It should. I'm filming at 60 FPS, so you should be able to see the stutter of the ball. But yes, I did get Elvira Scared Stiff working. I do have Scared Stiff, and I have House of Horrors. They're both working really good. Looks more realistic in VPX. I don't know. Some of the color, definitely the chrome. We talked about the chrome. The chrome definitely looks better. But I don't know that the playfield is not as good looking. I should probably do a direct comparison one of these days and just like do a screenshot of it or something. That's probably what I need to do, but let's see if I get it. Oh, that's just 10 million. I was hoping to get a video mode to see if there's a way to shift down or not. So anyway, I thought that was a cool comparison. I wanted you guys to at least see it. I don't like the look of the ball, the gray ball on Zen. Really? Yeah, it's much more chromish, right? Or stainless looking in VPX. But that's completely customizable on VPX too. So some of the balls on VPX games look like they're scratched, like they're glass and have scratches on them. They represent spin really, really well. Like you can see the rotation of the ball sometimes is really, really represented really, really well in VPX, I think. It's just something different, you know? So anyway, I just wanted to show that, give you guys a comparison. We'll jump back to the Zen version, but it's really, really cool. This one plays good enough that I decided to keep it, whereas Medieval Madness was absolutely terrible. There's a bug in it and everything else. So there was no sense keeping that. I got rid of that one pretty quickly. In the Medieval Madness at VPX, you keep shooting the castle and it never damages the gate. And so you just keep going bang, 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 bang. It just never does anything. You have to lose a ball and then it'll start working again. So here we're back to the Zen version. The difference is, like you said, the chrome is super dull in this. It looks more like just like really basic aluminum, maybe even plastic. It just does not look near as good. Everything is super clear down here. If you look at these gauges now, these are super clear. The graphics in general, I don't think it has as good of dynamic lighting. I will say that. Dynamic lighting I think looks better in the other one. This section here is actually turned back more, or pushed back more. You'll notice that. Obviously you don't have the fake Krispy Kreme looking thing there. I take it back. I like the look of the Zen overall. See? This is what we're talking about. People want to hype up VPX, and it's great. It serves its purpose. What I like on VPX is stuff that I cannot get on Zen. Independence Day, Twister, the Elvira games, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from Data East. There's so many tables that we'll never have on Zen. Those are what I want VPX for, and they are awesome for that. But when it comes to leaderboards and doing tournaments and doing other things, this is what I want to play them on. Obviously, the sound effects kit really adds to the experience, and the VPX has that as well, mind you. But this is just a smooth, nice experience. I mean, 60 FPS. So we are very blessed to have these titles available. And as I said on the Retro Legends show on Friday, without Zach, there would be no Zen. So definitely continue to support Magic Pixel. I know everybody loves the Zen titles. I know everybody wants to support them and get all of them. they're gonna max out on tables pretty quick between all the tables that are available. But we need to continue to support Magic Pixel as well. I think they did a fantastic job. I do like the physics. I like their dynamic lighting. Now, I'm not going to support crappy games, so don't buy a game that sucks. Retro Carnage, or Primal Carnage Retro, or Solid State. I bought that one and didn't like it, but now the beauty of it is now we have over 200 titles. We can be a lot more selective with what we buy. We can buy only good titles and be okay with that. Like, we're getting to a threshold of how many games of these, or how many of these games you actually gonna play. Where there was a point where we just wanted to play a lot of different titles. Now we have the ability to say, okay, now. Alright, so now I do a little half plunge. Yep, that's a shift down. It is really hard to shift. I just missed the extra ball. It's really hard to shift when you're in a video mode, I will say that. Because it's just not natural. On the real machine, what I like about it is in the real machine, if you're in a video mode, you can actually use your knee. You can just like kick your knee up, kick it into high gear, or just kind of drop your elbow into the shifter. I've done that before. So, yeah, it's just pretty cool. Maybe that's cheating, but I'm like, you know what? Pinball is more than just your fingers, folks. Sometimes you have to use your body a little bit for nudging. Sometimes it's a knee for a shifter. Sometimes you have to take the entire table and slide it over an inch. Oh, can't believe I saved that one.
Hi there.
Hi there. Nice car. $5 million per loop. So we'll take that $5 million. Another $5 million. Ah. Come on. Get up there. Don't you dare. Oh my goodness. The new Magic Pixel tables are really good. Me too. I love the new Magic Pixel titles. All the deluxe titles, Future World, and Shooting the Rapids, they're all so good. That was the quickest game of Getaway I think I've ever played. 46 million? Didn't even feel like it was that much. But cleaner and clearer on Zen. Yes, it is. Black Belt Deluxe. I love that game, I love that game, Mad Ben. I've been playing it far more than I'd like to confess at this point. I love the 2018 version, which is actually what my coworkers are using on my micro right now. So for you, if you guys look on the leaderboards right now, weekly, you'll notice that my name is all over the leaderboards for the weekly for Black Belt 2018. That is because my coworkers are playing it as part of a tournament that I started. I offered $20 to my coworkers to get the best score over a 2-week time, and they have been going absolutely bonkers playing that game. So it's been a lot of fun. So I've created a bunch of fans of pinball, maybe even some subscribers. I have no idea. But of course, nobody at work knew I even did pinball content, so that was a totally new experience for them. And they're like, "What? You're a YouTuber?" I was like, "Yeah, I guess I am. Hadn't considered that, but yeah, I am." So, come on, ball, settle down. All right, we're trying to lock them all. Pay attention. There we go. Lock 2. I wish Magic Pixel would bring all the art table upgrades. I think they're going to. It's just a matter of time. They better. They have to, right? They have to. I mean, right now I think they're really focusing on getting out the new tables. And then I hope they'll update them, but It could be a hot minute. That's the only problem. It could be a while. And in the meantime, they're not selling those titles. Zen is selling tables left and right. We're gonna go to 4th gear. Screw it. We're gonna go fast, folks. Oh, never get that extra ball. I think I've only got the extra ball maybe 2 times ever since I've had the table natively. Like it doesn't happen a lot. Come on. 36 million on my first ball. I was told it was up to Atgames to update the artwork on Magic Pixel. Oof. Boy, if Atgames is holding it up, that's stupid. There is the one concern that I have heard that makes sense is the fact that you have to update. So you're gonna have to put all that memory on the native table, right? So it's gonna be a huge gig update. So are people willing to take on all that gigs of data for a graphic update? I personally would. I would move all of my Zachariah tables to an FX drive if I had to, or FDX, a flash drive, if that meant that's what it took. Because it's absolutely worth it. Not to mention, it's not just graphics. There's some titles, Red Show Deluxe, for example, has a music update. And I know you just mentioned the Jurassic Park music update. I'm excited for that too. My only fear with that is that you can't stream it because it's going to get copyrighted. So I hope they allow for a streaming version, just like they do with Knight Rider. I hope they have the ability to turn that off. Because I love Jurassic Park and I want to be able to play it on stream at times. So I hope that they do that. But having John Williams' music on it, I mean, who can argue about that? There's another 5 million. Let's get a loop. Let's get these millions while we can. Oh, come on. Data is a joke. You can plug in a big flash drive. Walmart, $10. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. But I bet that's the reason they're thinking. I can bet that's where we're thinking. I really do think that. My wife just asked me on a date, so I am absolutely going to take a second and text her back and say, yes, absolutely. Yes, please. I would love that. Who doesn't love a date with their wife? I mean, come on now. So, take that opportunity every time it presents itself. So, we'll play another couple of games of this, and maybe just one really good one. We'll see what happens, and then we'll call it a stream. Oh! That's always a nice sound. Oh, come on now. Jeez, oh Pete. Luckily I have an extra ball, but man, oh man. It would increase the value of their tables. I completely agree. A lot of them look incredibly dated, and even the ones that they've remade twice, have the same graphics. That's a big no-no. The fact that they remade them is awesome. I just want them to, I want them to get full value for that. Like, they did the work. Like, I mean, granted, it's AI, right? It's AI graphics, but he did the work, and they look great. We all want them. Like, quit fighting it. Just put them on there. Stop fighting it. I don't understand. So, we'll see. I think it's gonna happen, but how can it not happen, right? So, God darn it. You can just see better. That too. Playability is better on OTG with the clear upper plate mode too. Yeah, you're right. Especially Zancor. That one in particular makes a big difference. Zancor Deluxe is what I'm speaking of if you're not familiar. they did the graphics update on that, and the guy is super built, like he's like totally ripped, which is really cool. But the upper playfield's the acrylic, you can actually see through it, so it makes a big difference. I wonder if the HD is the sticking point. I hope not. You know, I hadn't really considered that, but it's just a picture, right? So I wouldn't think it'd be a big deal. Can it push those graphics? Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's just JPEGs, right? I mean, the thing is they probably have to downscale them, maybe, per table. Or what I think they probably, if they were smart, they created them in HD and then upscaled them to 4K. So let's hope that they did that to begin with. HD people would go nuts if it came just to the 4K. Oh, you are absolutely right. But there's also a contingent of people who would want to be able to switch graphics between the old and the new, which I don't think they should do. I think if you're going to do it, you need to commit and you need to do it. So it might be storage space, yeah. I think it is, and I don't know. Like I said, I don't think it makes a lot of sense to fight it. And just, you've already done the work. Like, just do it. But alright, so this will be the last table I play, or the last game I play. It's not going well anyway, but so golly. I've had some really good games on this, so you see me, I had 100 million on my first game, so it wasn't too bad. But we played some VPX, we played, you see my best game ever on Battlestar Galactica, which is cool. The only game we didn't play is Primal Carnage Retro, and like I said, there's other people that'll be playing it, it's out there. I'm just not a fan. I'm just not willing to spend another $7 on it. I mean, I spent $7 on the solid state. I'm not a big fan of that one, so. If anybody wants to give me $7 to have me play it, sure, I'll play it. I considered buying it for the micro for $5, but nah, I think I'll hold off. It might be cheaper at some point too, and then maybe I'll buy it on the micro then. So we'll see. Oof. Keep fighting this ball off, man. Break up the music here. 3 million? Okay. I love this table though. I like I said, I think I like this better than Medieval Madness. And it's really hard to say that because I love Medieval Madness too. You're totally right about the art, Brad. Massive visual upgrade to the existing tables. Yep. It's I mean, anybody who's seen them is like, oh my god, I want that. There's no one who's looked at them and went, no, I don't like these. They're too fake looking. No one's saying that. They all want them. So. And Pete G, welcome there, dude. I think it was you who mentioned to turn off the visual effects for this table to be able to see the ball better during the loop. I think you're right. I think it does make a difference. I fought it at first. Boy, I backhanded that. I thought it would work. Didn't work at all. Come on. Damn it, ball. There we go. 5 million. Wish I would have done it sooner. Here, another couple loops if I can get it. Okay, 25 million. Didn't do it as fast as I would have hoped. Ah! Getting close to Redline Mania, so that's what we're hoping for. Unless that was my third ball. I don't think so. I feel like I just started. Yeah, that was my third ball already. Yeah, when Zanecore Deluxe came out, I thought the same thing. I was really hoping that they would just, even if they didn't do the old ones, that they would start with Zanecore and do it, but they didn't. The mountain hiding the ball hurt your timing. Yeah, it was Pete. I thought so, Pete. I try to remember that stuff, man. When somebody suggests something or, tells me about their own life. I want to appreciate you guys and remember those types of things. So that is why I have my visuals off, because of you, PG. So I appreciate it, man. I think it has helped my scores. I think. I mean, I'm sure I could get used to it with it being off or on, but at any rate, I just like, jeez. Multi-ball has not been my friend today. Golly. We gotta save that ball. I want that 25 million. God darn it. That was not good. Still really like the table though. Well, yeah, no one's saying that. We all love the table. If you don't like the getaway, some people don't like the upper loop. They hate the upper flippers like that because there's so many loops. They get sick of them, but Steve Ritchie is a master of the upper triangle. He likes upper triangles. So you have 2 flippers down below, 1 flipper above, and I mean he does it on Black Knight 2000. I mean they're all that way. So this one, high speed's the same way. That's just his style of game, and I appreciate that. Thomas Croft of Zen kind of does the same thing, and that's why I like a lot of his titles. He has, first of all, you can do a lot of different modes at the same time, and he likes to do a difficult crossing shot with an upper flipper. You notice that on a lot of his tables. My Little Pony, Garfield, Deep Space Nine is another one. Brother in Arms. Missed the extra ball again. I kind of wish they'd changed the mapping of the D-pad during the video mode, just so that you could make that shift up, shift down. That would be wonderful, but inconsistency with that would be really hard. Super satisfied in hitting that loop 3 times in a row or more. Big dopamine hit. Yeah, I can see that. Because you gotta be quick, right? You gotta... Whoa, that was quick. It came right straight down the middle. Oh. Come on. I tell you what, I didn't initially like doing a lot of live streams, but I've been getting a lot better playing live, so it's helped me in battle with streamers, and that's been good. It was a little changed, a little weird at first, but because I like the interaction, I like to talk to you guys, I like to be a part of that, and just playing, just focused on the table is really hard, so I try to interact with you guys as much as I can. Sometimes I have good games, sometimes I don't. You can see I had my best game ever on Battlestar Galactica, and I talked through the whole damn thing. So it's just how it goes. Alright, so this will be the last game. Just want to say thank you to everybody who came out. Like and subscribe if you aren't already. I'm on the drive for 200 subs, which I am absolutely in honor of that. I cannot believe it's a thing. You guys have been absolutely fantastic. Papa Brad, I mean, having me on your show is a big help. Chaotic BPR is, pointing me out a few times. Bad Ben, you've always been a good supporter of mine. And just so many guys. PG, I mean, you guys, Al, you guys always come out to my streams. No matter what time I come on, it doesn't matter whether I scheduled it or not. Everybody just seems to show up. And it's just unbelievable, man. I don't know if you guys have got me on a notification or what, but it's just incredible to see. So, I'm just big fans of pinball. I did mention in the stream notes that I am going to start doing some vertical shooter content as well, so Zero Ranger, if you guys have never seen that. I'm gonna be playing that as well. Love that game. I love me some bullet hells, some Batsugon and stuff like that. I play those on Evercade as well. Absolutely love the Evercade. Papa Brad and Nick's Reviews and Game Freak, we all got nerding out about that on Friday night, talking about Evercade. So, come on. So, I'm going to be doing some content for that too. So, if you're interested, I'll make a different channel for that. And it won't be a different channel, but it'll be a playlist within my channel. So, if you're interested in it, that's great. If not, I totally get it. I do have to do some logo fixes because it can't be RTX Pinball and then show shoot 'em up stuff, so I might turn into RTX Gaming or something like that. We'll see. But the branding won't change for the pinball stuff, so. Get up there. This game has not gone well, but I play them out. You only need one good ball for greatness. Keep plunging. How many times have I said that today? That's at least the third time. Lock that ball up.
Hi there.
Flipper friends should support each other. We are brothers. We are, in fact. Well put. You should call it Flipper Bros or something. Oh, that's great. Lock 2. RTX Gaming is cool. Hey, I like it, man. Thank you. That was one thing when House of Hounds did his video for Battle of the Streamers. One of the lines in there is Retrotech X makes pinball fun. That's something I like. I completely agree with. I want to make pinball fun. If people are having fun, then what are you doing? So, lock 3. Here we go. This is where we're gonna get our points, if we get our points. Shoot the supercharger. We gotta hit that supercharger first shot if we can stand it. There we go. Lost the ball, but I did hit the supercharger, so that was good. We got the one back, so that's okay. Now we're gonna get another opportunity right here. Oh! Take that shot. Try to get our... Oh, damn it. Damn. That didn't go well. I thought I was good for a minute, but damn. Oh well. We tried, folks. I'd love to get a super jackpot on stream. I've only done it maybe once or twice, so maybe just the one time. Yeah. I think it happened during my 240 game. They got 100 million, I think. Yeah, 100 million. So that was the backbone of that entire that game. So take the supercharger shot for the time being. I've been so close to the super jackpot. Dude, it's tough to get. That's why it's a super jackpot. It's the same thing happens in fish. Oh, come on. Same thing happens in fishtails. It's the same way. You get in that mode and it's just like you're right there. It's so great. Keep your pinball logo for your pinball content. Stick with one channel until you reach monetization. Yeah, I'm not gonna change it up. I do love my pinball logo. Wasn't that? I thought I was dead. I have one more ball. Cool. Then start a second or even third niche channel down for more specific. You're like the Hydra. YouTube cannot shut you down that easily or demonetize you. That's true. That's true. People are here for it. Yeah, I appreciate that, Paula. And I see your success, and I'm like, man, I would have never thought any of that for me. So but here we are. Oof. Get up there. No. Video mode. we'll stay in third. I'm trying to, hopefully I can get an extra ball opportunity. Oh, come on, I clipped that car. Bonus held. So what? I don't care about the bonus. I'll take an extra ball through the tunnels, that'll be good. 2 more tunnel shots will do it. Dead flip to this side. Take one of those, and we'll take one more. I'll let this come down. Hopefully I can dead flip it. There you go. So now I'm gonna get the extra ball this way. Special is lit. Thought it was an extra ball. Is it only if you get it on the out lane on the left hand side? Because that would suck to have to lose it here to get the extra ball. I thought it was a lock for some reason. Well, we're gonna find out, aren't we? Did I get the extra ball? No. What was the special? I don't know what the special is. It does say drive again, so did I get... I must have got the extra ball, I guess? That's weird. It's one way to get it. There's 3. Oh, PG, I was getting excited. Get these loops, man. 5 million each. Oh. Whoops. God darn it. There we go. Another 5 million. I think that's going to be it for it. Yep, 30 million. That's a good start. Yes, sir. 130 million. At least that gave you a good game at the end. As I said that, I lost the ball. Special is the extra ball. Okay. Well, good thing I lost the ball on that left out lane then, because I would have been screwed. So, ace driver. Not really, but it was a good game. Alright guys, we'll stop it there. Thank you guys, everybody, for coming out on a Sunday and a weird time. Really appreciate it. 2 hours and 23 minutes or so. We had a lot of good times. I apologize for not having Primal Carnage Lecture, but I can't buy them all if they're not going to be great. So we'll go from there. But thanks for everybody for coming by. I hope you have a great rest of your week. If you need anything, let me know in the comments if something was too dark, too light, not out of focus. If you want to talk anything pinball, I'm available on X, on Facebook, on the Facebook groups. Troy Stockwell on there. Just let me know. Anyway, keep it real, keep it legit, as Papa Brad would say, and we'll see you next time on the leaderboard.